From the Detroit Free Press, in the heart of the Motor City, it's Thursday, February 13th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Keith Matheny. As Michigan voters head to the polls for the March 10th Democratic presidential primary election, climate change and the environment are among the key issues they are considering. A survey of likely Democratic primary voters in Michigan, conducted for the nonprofit Michigan League of Conservation Voters, found 75% of respondents see climate change as a very serious problem or a crisis. 86% of likely primary voters would be more apt to support a candidate who has a plan to take immediate action on climate change. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders has perhaps the boldest plan. $16.3 trillion to reach 100% renewable energy for electricity and transportation within 10 years. The candidates have mixed positions on topics such as whether to use emissions-free but radioactive waste-generating nuclear power to help meet climate goals, and the role natural gas should play.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Meredith Spellbring. The saga out of Saline regarding several racist incidents continues. 4 Saline High School students who were suspended for using racist emojis and derogatory terms on Snapchat are now suing the school district. The students claim their free speech rights were violated because the messages in question happened off school property, it happened outside of school hours or school events, and the messages were sent on personal devices. The federal lawsuit lists Saline Area Schools Board of Education, and Superintendent Scott Graydon, among others, as the defendants. A legal representative for the school district could not immediately be reached for comment. 2 of the suspended students returned to school on February 10th, while the other 2 remained suspended and were recently notified of the school's recommendation for expulsion, according to the suit. Just last week, more than 200 people rallied in downtown Saline in response to a racist remark from a parent at a meeting on diversity at the high school. For more information on the lawsuit and the incidents out of Saline, head to freep.com.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Omar Abdelbaki. A renowned local hairstylist was killed in a Detroit motel Tuesday night by a man police believe he met on a dating app. Staff at JZ Motel and Suites on 8 Mile Road say they discovered the body of Bashar Kalabat at 9:30 p.m. Tuesday, about 4 hours after he checked in. Detroit police took a 24-year-old man into custody Wednesday morning in connection with the fatal assault. Police Chief James Craig says Project Greenlight cameras at the motel caught the suspect's image. Craig says the coroner's office believes 56-year-old Kalabat died from blunt force trauma. The hairstylist website states he immigrated to the United States from Iraq when he was 3. He worked at Bab's Salon and Wellness Spa in Birmingham, and his decades of work as a stylist earned him national attention.
This is J.C. Reindl for the Detroit Free Press. It's the hottest new trend in Michigan nightlife. Grown adults going on bar crawls wearing cartoonish bodysuits. These bodysuits are known as onesies, but they are different from the onesies that little babies wear. These onesies have legs, they are like pajamas, and often come in the styles of animals, dinosaurs, or comic book characters. There are now official onesie bar crawls in about a dozen cities across Michigan. There were only 1 or 2 a couple years ago. The trend is said to have begun in New York City in 2014. Most participants are of millennial age, but we did find a handful of Generation Xers on a recent Royal Oak crawl.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department and an update on Michigan State football. The Spartans have found their man. Early Wednesday morning, Mel Tucker agreed to become the 25th head coach in MSU history. The 48-year-old Tucker started his coaching career in East Lansing as a grad assistant under Nick Saban and Mark D'Antonio. And now, after 1 year at Colorado, Tucker is back to replace D'Antonio. This is the same man who just a few days ago told the world that while he was flattered by MSU's interest, he was staying as head coach at Colorado. But as they say, money talks and everything else walks. And with Tucker reportedly now making over $5 million a year, doubling his old salary, we can see why Tucker started walking. But listen to what Tucker said on why he made the move.
My dream was to come back here and be the head coach. That was my dream, you know. When you work for a guy like Nick Saban and you see him do it, you know, you can't help but to aspire to be able to be in that position one day and do that. So this is certainly a dream come true for me.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer. See you tomorrow.